What's up guys, it's Famox here from Game on Your Face, and today we are doing a player review. Now, this series is actually inspired by you guys on the forums asking for different kind of reviews. Who should be left wing, who should be my right wing, review this guy versus this guy, team of the week versus Hut Live, all those things. So this was inspired by you guys, and today we're looking at two guys who are two of the same players with different cards. So we're looking at stock, regular Alex Pietrangelo versus his Team of the Year counterpart. Now you might be thinking, obviously, Team of the Year is going to be better because he's the Team of the Year. But this is not just about who plays better, per se, but more about the value, the worth of the player. So it's about, is he worth his price in pucks? So without further ado, let's get right to it. Before we go any further, we must look at the stat difference. As you can see, the Team of the Year Pietrangelo stats have been increased by 5, just like adding a +5 all. Now, for the parameters of this review. I will place both players on the same team, the same line mate, no boosts, and I'll play them 5 games each. And after the 5 games, I'll be able to get a general feel for the players, and I'll tell you what's what. And as if you notice here, he's a right-handed D-man, but I like to play my righties on the left and my lefties on the right for the one-timers. So just keep that in mind, I guess, if you want to consider that. So, regular Pietrangelo. With his current average price at 150k, he sits in the same group with players such as Ryan Suter and Duncan Keith. I've played with many top defenders this year, including Shea Weber, Zdeno Chara, Erik Karlsson, and Chris Letang, and I can honestly say that Pietrangelo is probably the best all-around defender in the game. At 6'3", 201 pounds, he is simply a beast. He'll have no problem flattening your opponents, and his point shot is a cannon. His only downfall is his skating. He'll feel fine for the first little bit of a shift, but once his line gets even slightly in the yellow, he becomes noticeably slower, comparable to a Tyler Myers. However, what he lacks in speed, he makes up for in his crazy long stick reach. Not as long as Z-Man Chara, of course, but very close. I also find that he has great defensive awareness. Now, what I mean by that is that his stick will automatically pick up the puck when it's supposed to. I'm sure we have all been in that situation when it's an obvious cross crease or an obvious one-timer and you get your D-man in perfect position, but it seems like the pass goes right through his stick anyways. That is related to defensive awareness of your defender. Now, it'll happen to every defenseman no matter what, but the better the awareness, the higher the chance that he will pick up that puck. Pietrangelo seems to have great defensive awareness if you compare him to players like Diafanov, Jack Johnson, or Erik Karlsson. As long as I get him in the right spot, his stick will do the rest. So, time for his overall value grade. The ranking is out of 10 stars, and we take 3 things into consideration: offensive ability, defensive ability, and price. Offensive ability. For offensive ability, regular Pietrangelo gets a 7. He's not going to be your 4th forward like Erik Karlsson with silky hands and dirty dangles, but he has an above average shot and is hard to knock off the puck. However, his abilities on the point are not as deadly as Shea Weber. Defensive ability. For defensive ability, he gets an 8.5. Petro is a two-way defenseman, but his defensive abilities are slightly stronger than his offensive. He's got a reach like Mr. Fantastic. He can hit like the Thing, and he'll set you on fire in a fight. He's like the Fantastic Four, except for the invisible woman part. But we'll get to Yakupov later. Price, 9. When I give a score for his price, I'm comparing his price with his skill to see what he is worth. For example, if Peverly was going for 80k, his price score would be 0, because he's obviously not worth 80k. So in Pietrangelo's case, he gets a 9. With his current average price at 150k, I would consider him to be quite cheap for his caliber of player. Like I said before, I would take him over Chara and Weber, and they go for 400 to 700k. So, Pietrangelo's overall value grade is 8.2. What does this mean? This means he's worth your pucks. However, it's time for the big question. How about his Team of the Year version? Team of the Year, Pietrangelo. As I showed you guys earlier, all stats are boosted by 5. This should mean that he is a Superman, and nothing can beat him, right? Unfortunately, it's just not true. I'm not saying there is absolutely no difference, I'm just saying that the difference is not huge. Remember how regular Pietrangelo's speed was his only downfall? Well, the Team of the Year version has fixed that. When Team of the Year Pietrangelo gets on the ice, he can go hard for the whole shift without getting too slow, but if his line starts getting in the red, he will obviously be affected. Other than the slight feeling of upgraded speed, he feels pretty much the same as the regular, and performs the same on the ice. In my 5 games with both players, regular Pietrangelo got 0 goals, 3 assists for 3 points, and the Team of the Week version got 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. I know it's a very small sample size, but it was enough for me to get a general feel. So, it's time for Team of the Week Pietrangelo to get his overall value grade. Offensive ability. For offensive ability, he gets 7.5. With improved speed, Team of the Week Petro is slightly more effective offensively than his regular card. His ability to gain the zone on his own goes up, and he can be more effective when he needs to pinch. Even though he has a +5 to his shot, I still don't think it compares to the likes of Chara or Weber. Defensive ability. Defensive ability, he gets a 9. His improved speed increases offensive ability, and it also increases his defensive ability. Just by the fact that he can get back a little bit faster makes him just that much more valuable. Price. For price, he gets a 5. This is where his grade goes down. Team of the Week Petro plays just slightly better than his regular counterpart. However, the price is a huge gap, and I mean huge. Bigger than Octomom's. Sitting at 700k, he is 450k more than a card he just barely outperforms. This means that Team of the Week Pietrangelo overall grade value is 7.2. That is 1 entire star less than the regular card. So, is Team of the Year Pietrangelo better than his regular version? Yes. But is he worth the price? No. It's the same thing as smartphones. Is the S5 better than S4? Yes. Is it worth $800? No. But it's got a heart rate monitor! You can just buy the heart rate monitor for 40 bucks and save yourself $800. And that's the same thing I'm going to tell you guys about these cards. Just buy the 5-all and put a 15 duration on it, and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Or pucks. It's time for some math. With plus 5-alls and 15 durations going for 5k each, you can get a regular Pietrangelo with the stats of a Team of the Year version for just 10k every 15 games. So now we divide 450k, the amount or the puck difference between the two cards, by 10k, and you get 45. Now, we times 45 by 15, which is the amount of games you get for every 10k, and you get 675. That's how many games you'll have to play before your 5-alls and 15 durations equal the price of a Team of the Year Pietrangelo. And let's be honest, you're never going to play 675 games. Well, unless you're like me in 2012 and had no life. But if you don't believe me about the plus 5-all, then check this out, because I put it to the test. Mythbuster style. I boosted my regular Petro for 5 games, and he outperformed the Team of the Year, getting 3 goals and 3 assists for a total of 6 points. I know, small sample size, but you get the idea. So all in all, regular Pietrangelo or Team of the Year? I say go with the regular one. And if you really want to know what a Team of the Year feels like, just throw a plus 5-all on him. However, there is one point to this argument that will make most of you disregard everything I just said in the past few minutes. And that point is, Team of the Year Pietrangelo looks badass.